Man, Summer Games Fest was one wild ride, wasn't it? I know we have got content coming in a slower trickle than other people out there, but as I told some of the development studios and stuff out there, I take my time when it comes down to content. I'm getting old, man. No, we had an amazing time at Summer Game Fest, and one of the games that I really loved back whenever it launched in 2021 was Aliens Fireteam Elite. What a wonderful experience that game was. We had such a blast. I actually played it again just recently, trying to kind of get get the dust off, knock off that rust. But it was, I'm telling you, it was such a good game. I put in so many hours on that game. I had a blast playing it for so long. But Cold Iron Studios is psychopathic. You know, they're crazy. And they're like, hey, what if we made another one? And this time, instead of you only being able to play with a total of 3 players on your squad, you can play with 4 players. And let's completely revamp the game and make it better than ever before, because that's exactly what they did. So while we're at Summer Games Fest, we were able to sit down with a 4-player co-op squad and play Aliens Fireteam Elite 2. And this was such an amazing experience. We had so much fun. Aliens Fireteam Elite 2 drops up to 4 players into the boots of colonial marines deployed to the most hostile corners of the Aliens universe. This is not a rescue mission. It's a fight for survival. And that is the truth, because this time around the Xenomorphs are more overwhelming than ever. There's new Xenomorph types that will force players to constantly stay mobile, maintaining the situational awareness, and use every tool at their disposal to stop these crazy Xenomorphs. So there's all different types of Xenomorphs this time around as well, as there were in the last game, but there is new types and more aggressive types. The enemies that you face off in this game, you've got the Synths, the Crawlers, the Bulwarks, which are heavily armored crawlers. And it is, I don't know better really how to explain it outside of it being a really heavily armored crawler. But then you got the Xenomorph Runners, you have the Spitters, the Xenomorph Drones, the Prowlers, the Sirens, the Exploders, and the Bursters. An early parasitic stage in the Xenomorph life cycle, small, fast, that can really screw you up while you're playing the game. But in the game, whenever I was playing, I actually played as the Marauder, which has a flamethrower rocket launcher or the Smart Gun. Smart Gun is like my favorite weapon to use. Of course, it is great to use the classic DPS, single target weapon, I guess, but I don't know. I just feel more aggressive using the Marauder class. But there's different classes in this game. Like you have the Duelist, you have the Hunter, which does the either the continuous fire or the burst DPS with SMGs and shotguns. You have the Machinist, which can deploy attack drones, turrets, and plasma weapons. You have the Medic class, which is a must. It is a must. This is not Aliens Fire Elite Team 1. This is the second one, and it is way more based around that co-op style of play. There's a lot of times that you get way more of a horde of the Xenomorphs running at you all at once, and I'm telling you, if you do not have a medic, you will have a lot of your squad going down very fast. And then there is a new class that was not playable in the demo. Players can play as the Specialist, and players can mix and match all class unlocks to create their own Marine. So that means if you're playing the game and say you put in a 50 to 100 hours into the game, and you've unlocked all this different cool stuff from like the Machinist, the Hunter, the Medic, and the Marauder, or even the Duelist, you can actually go into their class settings and customize the Specialist to have, I can't even explain it to you. When I think it was the design director, Chris Cross, was there, and when we were going over all this different types of stuff in the game, and I think Lyle was there as well, who was the general manager of Cold Iron Studios. we were kind of talking about the specialist class, and it's not something that you get right off the bat, but it is pretty much, I feel like it's a cheat code, because like you can have every type of unique special skill like attached to the specialist. Like you can have everything that you want, every favorite aspect of every type of class that you have played or unlocked, all connected into one super badass character. And I'm telling you, I kind of wish I got a chance to play as him, but just seeing the stats and like the possibilities with that character, it was really, really cool. But in this game, it's such an expanse on what I didn't think really even needed to be expanded, because I loved the first game so much. It was utterly amazing. And what was really great about the game was the fact that you have so much more customizable characters. You have so many more different styles of customization on a constant basis. You can customize your classes however you want to. You can do all different types of gameplay elements. But in the basis of what I played, the gameplay was super fast-paced. It was really, really fun. Visually, it looked better than ever, and my heart was beating out of my chest as I played this game. Having those Xenomorph spitters, the drones, the prowlers running at you, these new type of scents that they had that also had armor on there. You had these Weyland-Yutani type of drones that were attacking you, while some of these other scents were running at you at the same exact time. It was a massive, chaotic, crazy house in this demo. With the Xenomorphs, what we got to do in this demo is we actually boarded one of the Weyland-Yutani ships that was orbiting outside of this colonized planet, and you were sent there to check out why they were orbiting outside of this planet. And once you get onto this ship, you realize the ship is completely overrun by Xenomorphs. There's all different types of styles of Xenomorphs this time around too, and more intensified gameplay. In the last game, there were times that, like, if you hit the acid blood that the Xenomorphs had dropped out of their body as you're shooting at them, you'd kind of get a little bit of a burn. But this time, it is way intensified. It is, and that's what I think the development studio was trying to get at when they said, with this fourth player, you have to really work as a team. You have to have a medic, or you have to have somebody that has like the fire skill. And with that fire skill, it actually burns away that acid. So if you throw a fire grenade over there, or if you have your flamethrower, you can burn that acid off of the ground, help your team. But I'm telling you, it is way more focused around cooperative play than the last game was. Because in the last game, you kind of had those moments to where you could kind of break off and do your own individual-esque gameplay. But you don't really want to do that in this game. I'm telling you, it is way more intensified, way more sporadic in the sense of like, if you break away from your group, you're probably gonna die. I'm just gonna tell you right now. But I had a massive, I was so excited to play this game. And when I sat down, I was just like, I had just this massive type of like blood flow hit my heart, because it is everything I wanted. I know I was kind of like all over the place. My kids just got home. I haven't seen them much over the last few days, so I'm really excited to see them. But talking about this with you guys does not have anything to do with the gameplay. We did get sent a little bit of a B-roll, so you do get to see some of the game, but I also have a trailer that is kind of instantly playing in there. And of course, at the beginning of the video, you did see Alien Fire Elite Team 1 gameplay, which my son was kind of like watching me as I was playing the game. He would see like the green dots and blue dots and red dots pop up, and he'd be like, "Daddy, watch out, there's a radioactive one running at you. Oh my God, there's a red one running at you." So I feel like I'm going to have a little co-op partner whenever I'm playing online with people that's going to be able to like point these things out for me. But I loved my experience with this game at Summer Game Fest. The dev team is super passionate about bringing one of the best experiences that fans have ever had with this style of Alien game. It is really intensified, dude. Like the cinematics, the music, the damage that can be done to your character, and the overall customization is so crazy because you could do a lot of customization in the last one, but whenever I was looking at the customizable options in this game, it was like I literally looked at I think I looked at Lyle at one point in time and I was like, hey bro, what were y'all thinking? Like, you were like, we had a massive success with the last game. How can we make it more successful? Let's double stack everything. Let's whatever everyone said was perfect, let's somehow fine tune it to where it's even more perfect than it was before. So yeah, I just really love this game. We did give it a Summer Games Fest Best of award for Cinelinx. But I'm telling you guys, you are really going to want to check this game out. There is not a date or a price set as of yet, but they're kind of shooting for a summer of 2026 release. So it could come out in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. I'm excited, though. The game does come out for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S with a mature rating. But, dude, I can't wait. I really cannot wait. I mean, you could probably tell from my ADHD tone of voice right now, I am beyond excited for this game. And I hope you guys make sure to subscribe so we can make more content for you guys like this from these events. I would really like to also say I'm going to try to set something up to where I can sit down and talk with the development studio. But once we get that set up, I'll let you guys know. I'm telling you, dude, like, this game is going to be a massive success. The customization, the new classes mainly the new specialist class. Like, that's a total cheat code in the first place, and I can't wait to play as it. The new styles of Xenomorphs and synths that you get to play in the game is really something that I didn't expect. I kind of thought that we were going to get maybe a couple of new bosses or something, but the fact that they have really heightened everything this much is just unbelievable. So please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.